All right, we're going to discuss some regional cricket now on the SportsMax Zone as Day 3 action in Round 6 of the Cricket West Indies 4-Day Championship came to a close across 3 venues a short while ago. And in the latest, from St. Kitts and Nevis, centuries from captain Tevin Imlach, 103 not out, and Kevlin Anderson, 101, led the charge for the Guyana Harpy Eagles, who continued to fight back against the Leeward Islands Hurricanes. The Harpy Eagles, who started the day 5 runs away from forcing their opponents to bat again, will enter the final day with a second innings lead of 239. They are currently 381 for 4. The Hurricanes prized just 3 wickets on Day 3. Over at the Darren Sammy Stadium in St. Lucia, the Barbados Pride require another 161 runs for victory with 7 wickets remaining, having ended the day on 144 for 3, chasing 305 for victory against the Windward Islands Volcanoes. Shane Mosley, 66, and Carl Mayers, 34, will resume batting on Day 4 for the Pride. The Volcanoes had earlier managed to add 112 to their overnight score before being bowled out for 316 in 89.1 overs. Kavim Hodge, who started the day on 77, fell agonizingly short of a century, top scoring with 99 against figures of 4 for 47 from Raymond Simmons. Meanwhile, Johan Jeremiah's attacking century, 107 from 131 deliveries, steered the combined campuses and colleges to 279 for 4 against the West Indies Academy at the Sir Frank Worrell Memorial Ground before bad light ended play. CCC added to their overnight lead of 43 for a 201-run advantage heading into the final day. Jediah Blades, 2 for 49, and Kelvin Pittman, 2 for 63, are the lone wicket takers for the Academy boys so far. Let's also give you a live update from the other game. It's a day-night fixture at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. The Trinidad and Tobago Red Force taking on the Jamaica Scorpions, and the Red Force require a further 326 for victory. They are chasing 390, and they have 7 wickets in hand, so they are 63 for 3 in pursuit of 390 to win. And at this stage, the Scorpions looking pretty good. Let me have a quick look at the Red Force scorecard to this point. Cephas Cooper has so far top scored with 24. The opener has been dismissed. Kamil Puran got 4 and Amir Django 18. Jason Mohammed is not out on 5, and with him at the moment is the informed, some say captain to be of the West Indies team, Joshua De Silva. He is on 2. So the latest there from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, the Trinidad and Tobago Red Force chasing 390 for victory. They are 64 for 3 at this stage, so they have 7 wickets in hand. And can future captain fantastic Lance and Mariah lead the Red Force out of a very sticky situation and get them an unlikely win against the Scorpions on Saturday?
Who said that to you?
Said what?
Who gave you that piece of information?
What information?
The fantastic captain.
To me? Well, who else is it going to be?
I have a couple names. No, but I feel like I have a contender in my brain.
Who is that?
I don't want to talk about it now.
Why? But you're going to sound like a genius if you say the name and then it turns out to be that person who is captain.
Well,
so who are you thinking?
Well, luckily, you know, me
Silva?
being a genius is not defined by that. Okay. So
is it De Silva?
Lance knows who it is. But the thing is, I don't want to say it yet. I just feel...
It's not De Silva?
No, it's not actually. So I could be wrong as well.
Alzara Joseph?
Ricardo, can we talk? It's just like, he's behaving so badly today.
Shamar Joseph?
Can we talk about the matches that are happening?
Who's going to be the next West Indies captain? That's what the Caribbean wants to know.
No, I don't know. I just said I feel, just like how you were sharing. No. When I ask you questions on this show, you never answer them. So let's talk about what I want to talk about, which would be what my producer wants to talk about as well.
You know, I would say something, but I'm going to get in trouble, so I'm not going to say it.
Oh, please say it. Please, please.
Yeah. Lance?
No, I have nothing to say. I'm listening. I actually want to hear Ramarak continue the point that she's making about the match.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought you
you.
wanted to hear her say who the next West
Obviously,
Indies
she isn't going to
captain.
say it, so I'm leaving that alone.
Okay.
But I take the point you're making in the same way that she had predicted that Fun Khan Dunn would have won the Mute Mile, and she looked like a genius the week after. She has an opportunity to do that again, but she's shying away from it.
No, I'm keeping it close to my chest right now. When I feel it's right,
Yes.
one of the things I don't like to do is I don't like to talk out of turn. So I want to give it some time. We have some time.
Who you favor is never out of turn.
So I'm giving it some time, viewers, and when I'm ready, I think that's all right, okay? I'll share it with you. The match, can we, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
No, what I want to say is Barbados Pride, they look good. They look like the amount of runs that they need to get should be a easy task for them. Trinidad and Tobago, they have a long road ahead to get those runs. So unless Jason Mohammed, who has been in form throughout the competition, gets a century, it's going to be a tough task for them. Huh?
Well, Mohammed is still there as well, and
yeah,
he got a lot of runs earlier on. But the thing is that to TNT Red Force's credit, their bowlers got themselves back into the game,
Thank
or got
God, yeah.
TNT back into the game. Brian Charles and Cara Pierre taking 7 wickets between them and limiting the Jamaican second innings to 187, which gave TNT an outside chance of getting a result out of this game. But they so far haven't been batting that well. 63 for 3, chasing upwards of 300 runs is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
In fact, I would say the odds would not favor them achieving that. The only thing for them is that the Guyana Harpy Eagles are rallying in their game against the Leewards, and while they have put themselves in a position that they may be able to win the game, that game may still end up in a draw, which would be a better result for TNT if in fact they lose against the Jamaica team, or hold on for a draw, because they were the closest to the Harpy Eagles in the point standings, and they just need for the Harpy Eagles not to win.
Yeah.
But, as we had mentioned yesterday about the championship medal, the Harpy Eagles continuing to show that they have that acumen to pull themselves out of difficult positions. Hundreds today from Tevin Imlach and Kevlin Anderson, and all of a sudden, Guyana Harpy Eagles, who looked under the cosh in the first innings, are now putting themselves into a position that they could win the match. So the Harpy Eagles team is a tremendous team, and there has to be something said about their resilience and their appetite for getting results in the 4-day game.
And even their captaincy, because for me, it's like, I think you see a team's true potential when they are in positions like that, Lance, and they're able to come out of it. And we see their captain leading from the front, so that's really, really good stuff. And as I said, if Trinidad and Tobago Red Force, they're to come out of this victorious, or even seal a draw, we're going to have to expect centuries from those between the wickets right now. Unfortunate for Teddy Bishop. I just want to make that point. How can we get to 99 and then... that must be tough.
In 2003, Lance and Mariah.
Where was I? How old? Story time.
After South Africa went through a period of turmoil, they decided to appoint a young man who had only played 8 test matches.
Graham Smith.
Yeah. I wonder if in 2025, Darren Sammy and the West Indies setup might be looking in a similar vein. And I know Tevin Imlach has only played 2 test matches, but Mariah was just speaking glowingly about his captaincy and his leadership of the Guyana Harpy Eagles.
He's not the age that Graham Smith was, though, because Imlach is about 27 or 28.
Yeah, we checked.
And Graham Smith was in his
early 20s.
You notice
I only stuck to the matches,
the
number of test matches, and not just...
But I take the point you're making, because I think...
No,
I think
you can't drop it.
No, I think Imlach has a solid cricket brain.
Yeah. He
really, really does. And although he lacks experience for the international game, I wouldn't rule out considering him being the captain. And Darren Sammy and the current leadership of West Indies cricket obviously are a very brave bunch, willing to make decisions that maybe a lot of people probably wouldn't make. So I don't know what to expect.
And one of the things, before I just almost lost my voice, one of the things I always say when you're picking a captain is it has to be somebody that's likable. Somebody that has the time, because I've learned this from the few times Karishma captained, right? she's been so busy during that period because she's dealing with different things. It's more than just being a captain. Like, you know, they're so immersed and engulfed in what's happening. She has to plan events for the team, ensure that everybody's bonding. And even if there are rifts and stuff between the team, that person must be in a position to be able to speak to other members of the team. So now I don't know the personality.
Who's the most likable guy in the West Indies setup?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know, right? Because I can't speak on that level because I'm not in the dressing room.
I just want to know who you
But
favor.
I've had the opportunity to interview a couple of those players. And Ricardo, I'll tell you off air.
I don't want to hear off air. That's no fun. Let's go to break.
Yeah, break time. Boss lady upstairs says it's time for a break.